Okay, so good afternoon. My name is Keelan McMahon, and I'm from the Accounting and Finance Department here in the Kemmy Business School. My PhD is on Environmental, Social and Governance, or ESG ratings for short. So, slide please. So what makes a company sustainable? Is it having ambitious carbon reduction targets, or should it be more about treating your employees with care and respect? Or perhaps it is, as many companies seem to think, spending millions on misleading marketing campaigns that position your company as the solution to all of the world's most pressing issues. So ESG ratings were initially an attempt to answer this question of sustainability. Companies are scored on hundreds of sustainability characteristics, and these scores are aggregated together to give a single ESG rating. But these ESG ratings have come under a lot of criticism recently because of their non-transparent methodology and also their inconsistencies, with different rating providers often providing conflicting scores for the exact same company without much of an explanation. So my thesis begins by looking at the historical evolution of the ESG rating space to understand how we've gotten into this mess. So ESG started as an attempt to quantify corporate social responsibility, but it's slowly transformed into now just being a tool for investors to protect themselves from financial impacts as the world deteriorates around us. And this has happened mainly because of the for-profit business model that has come to dominate the industry. So the only way that these raters can make money is by selling their ratings to investors. So of course, investor interests are going to be paramount in their construction. The second part of my thesis scrutinizes ESG ratings' utility in financial risk mitigation. And despite being marketed prominently as a risk reduction tool, there is no evidence from my analysis to suggest that ESG contains any information on financial risk that isn't already captured in the market. And despite all of these valid criticisms of ESG, the most vocal opponents of the practice are actually the Republicans in the United States, who view the practice through their delusional lens of the leftists are coming to indoctrinate the world in their, quote, woke ideology. But anyone with any understanding of what modern ESG ratings have become realizes that the only ideology being perpetuated by them is the ideology that shareholder value maximization is the only thing that we can consider in investment decisions. So for example, if a sustainability factor won't at some stage affect the bottom line and the finances of a company, it's just being ignored. But as misguided as their criticisms are, they do raise one interesting question about how culture affects conceptualizations of sustainability. And what might that look like in an Irish context? Here we have a millennial-old legal tradition in the Brehon laws that had a deeply encoded respect for nature, the environment, gender rights, and collective ownership. And an analysis of this understanding and how it might impact modern corporate sustainability practices is the final part of my thesis. Thank you for listening.